Yo, yo, yo. What's up? What is really good? It's your boy, Brandon Bravon Towns, host of that show called Sports Plus Life. And it's that their sports podcast where we talk about all of the necessary topics in sports and all of the necessary topics in life. And today is another Friday edition of Sports Plus Life Talking Ish. Now, my contemporaries, well, my homies, will join me in a bit. First, I hope everybody has had a wonderful, blessed day. Thank God it's Friday. And honestly, I probably shouldn't be doing this because my voice has been sounding like crap all week. My voice has consistently gotten worse, but it's crazy. Everything I do requires me to use my voice. And maybe, just maybe, I should just sit down and shut the fuck up for a couple days while I got a couple days off. But, there's so much stuff going on. I want to talk about it. You feel me? But first, before we get started, definite shout out to Tough Sports, that Gaming Madden Sports League, where the games are broadcasted live on Twitch. And if you think you're a real gamer, you think you're a real baller, think you're a real shot caller, then come to Too Tough, baby, where we will let you know if you are or if you ain't. And definitely Heather's Craft Haven and the decor. We got 10 days until Christmas, y'all. Hit my sis from another Miss Heather up. She know what she doing and she do it right. Brother Keese, what up?
What's good? How you feeling, bro?
I'm drinking tea because my throat be fucked up. But the show must go on, baby boy.
I dig.
You dig. Tony, first time on the live. What it do, homie?
What's good, man? What's good?
Ain't nothing much, man. Oh, now, if you've listened to Sports Plus Life for any amount of time, particularly over the last 4 years, Tony is no stranger. But this is Tony's first time on the live stream, and we are being broadcasted by YouTube and Facebook. Now, why this started 15 minutes later than I had originally planned, well, really 20 minutes later, is because when I got to the StreamYard app, it said, hey, you want to stream on Instagram? And I was like, hell yeah, I want to stream on Instagram. I want to be live on Instagram too. But I have to do all these different things to my account. And I'm like, I'll do all that shit later. And, my kid's mom, Kia usually has the kids on the weekend, but Roman wanted to stay with me tonight. And of course, I'm like, dude, you live here. You ain't got to ask, can you stay here? But he's upstairs gaming, playing Minecraft with one of his friends from school, thinking I ain't just hear him yell, damn it. I was like, I was sitting.
You know how it be.
Yeah, I know. I was making me this cup of tea. I was like, so when I went upstairs, I said, hey, dude, you got to close your door because I'm about to do this podcast. I said, and if you're going to say, damn it, at least say it a little lower. At least try to make sure I don't hear you. I mean, he about to be a teenager. Please, I was saying way worse at 12. Fellas, but Keith, how you doing?
I'm good, bro. I'm smooth, man.
Tony, what it do?
I'm living, bro. That's what I'm doing.
we living.
Okay. So our hashtag topics. We have really not dug into any NBA since doing the live stream. Let's dig into some NBA. Let's dig into some relationship talk. That's been a Friday theme. And and let's dig into Shohei Ohtani's massive $700 million contract. Let's start with the NBA. Now, I wanted my NBA guys here, even though we all still locked in on football. We know what it is. We all still locked in on football. But
sure.
Best record in the league right now, Boston Celtics and Minnesota Timberwolves. Wow. Okay. Minnesota, 18-5. Boston, 18-5. That's cool. So if you had to, do you think that Minnesota and Boston or Minnesota or Boston, who do you think is the better team out of those two?
Well, Boston, obviously.
I'm with Tony, for sure.
You know what? Let me rephrase that. Who do you think is the best team in basketball right now?
I don't know. It's too early
Denver.
to tell.
We said the best.
I'll go with him. Denver until somebody. I did say that, didn't I? I said Denver's the defending champ, so they are the best team. until somebody proves them different.
I agree with both of y'all. Actually, I think Denver is still the best, even though you see Jokic just got thrown out the game.
I did, and I know why. They were Stacey King. You know that they were playing us, so you know I was watching when it happened.
Mm-hmm.
And Stacey King was making a big deal about you don't throw out, all-star on that level just because blah blah blah. It wasn't that it was what he said to the ref. It wasn't that he said something. It was what he said, because you could see that ref react immediately. That's why I got through out so quick. Just because you're an all-star don't mean you can cuss and call the ref out his name. Allegedly, that's what some people courtside said they heard Jokic say to the ref. Called him a piece of, and he called him basically a piece of shit or something to that effect.
I think some of these referees don't need to be thrown out. I'm so sick and tired of referees. We don't pay to see them. We don't pay to see.
But that's the NBA. That's different than the NFL. They don't. The referees on the NBA only get screen time really when they do replays and shit reviews. So it's a little different, and that happened. If you see it, if you look at that, it happened bang bang. There was no second tech. There wasn't even a tech.
Right.
I mean, literally, that shit went from 0 to 100. And so in that vein, I can't necessarily say that was one of them situations where the ref wanted to be seen. You're going outside of the scope of the game. You didn't like the call, Jokic. I get that, but when you start calling that man out his name, it's going to be a problem, and he's going to exert his manhood. And how can he exert it? Kick your ass out. That's it.
Okay, well, let me ask you guys a question. Keith, I'm going to start with you. What did the in-season tournament and the final result, what did that mean to you?
I ain't gonna lie, I ain't even watch it for real. I think it was a little fun to see Indiana had a little run. I thought that was pretty dope. I wasn't shocked by the result. The Lakers are a really good team. And they showed AD played well. AD played well that night.
No, AD did play well. Yeah.
Yeah, 40. He balled out, and now he's hurt. But
oh, really?
Yeah,
surprise.
But as far as the in-season tournament, that just went by. I ain't do much for me as a fan. I feel like it was just the regular 20 games. They lit up the damn court. The same stuff. They got a little trophy, and the Lakers try to make it seem as big as like 500,000.
Bruh, like
champagne and everything. I'm like, chill. But it's cool. They try to hype it up, but
you still got 62 more regular season games to go.
It was cute. I mean, like y'all said, it was a money move.
I mean, from what I heard, it was a success. But Tony, what's your thought on it?
Well, I already told you.
Uh-oh. Hold up. Here you go. Welcome back. Tony, dude, you're doing something that's not allowing us to bring you on. There you go. Welcome back.
Okay, can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Okay. So I already told you earlier that my feeling, part of it, the players' reaction, I'm like, dude, what? You didn't accomplish anything. And in terms of my overall feeling ahead of time and during, I could have just sat there and played chess by my goddamn self and it been more, because there's nothing. Like, I understand why the NBA did it, and it achieved the goal that the NBA wanted, but in the big picture, in the grand scheme of things, I think I don't think it'll hold people's interest as much as they think. It was something new, shiny, and interesting for them to include, but I think the luster of it will wear off real quick once the eventual NBA champ is crowned and be like, what was all that for? Nothing. It's sort of like being the Pro Bowl champ when the Pro Bowl was actually played, it played for real. It's like, it doesn't matter. You're just playing it for a few $1,000s, and that's it. It doesn't matter.
As a Lakers fan, I think us actually hanging an in-season tournament championship banner is a joke. I'm just being honest.
The first ever to do it.
Huh?
Y'all the first ever to do it.
I get it, and I understand that's what the league wants to try to promote it more. But if
It's still
LeBron
a
thinks
joke.
if LeBron thinks he has 5 rings now, that's not the case.
It's still a joke, especially if you get bounced out of the playoffs early or get beat down in the playoffs. It becomes even more of a joke.
Or what if you don't even make the playoffs?
Or if you don't make it, right, it becomes even more of a joke.
Now, Indiana is currently sitting in the 5 spot. They're a fun team to watch, though. I will say this, because I did watch their game with Milwaukee and most of it with the Lakers. They're fun. They're a fun team to watch. And
Aren't all the young teams fun, though?
Well, right now, the Lakers sit in the 6th spot.
OKC fun.
OKC is very fun.
That's what I'm saying. All the young teams are fun to watch.
Yeah, I'm with you.
Except for Detroit.
They're on the 20.
They're 2-22.
Monty Williams is their coach, right?
I know.
I thought he was a good
2-22.
coach.
They have lost 21 games in a row.
I thought he was a good coach.
He is a good coach. I don't know what the hell going on. But look,
He's not
also,
like a bad roster.
everybody a good coach though when Chris Paul is on your team. I'm not being funny. Everybody's a good coach when you got CP3. Because CP3's best attribute, huh?
You're saying Monty? Are you crediting Chris Paul with Monty Williams?
Hold on, hey Keith, I want you to do me a favor, homie.
Turn your volume up.
Yeah, come back on your phone.
I pull out the phone.
Pull out the phone because you know the static is coming. Come back on the phone, bro. I know. You got to see what's up with that laptop, bro.
It sound like you got it sitting like literally right next to a fan, like Cyclone, one of them joints from Walmart.
We tell him that when he gets back on with his phone, he'll be just fine. When he gets back on, he'll be just fine. But no, but real talk. Everybody looks like a good coach when you have Chris Paul. And I tell you why. Because Chris Paul's best attribute is that when he's the lead, when he's the head honcho of a team, that team overachieves all the time. Like, look what he did with that OKC team, the 2020 season. There was no expectations. I remember when he got traded out of Houston, they were talking about Chris Paul maybe retiring because they were like, oh, there's no way he's going to stay in Oklahoma City. But he did what he did with New Orleans. He overachieved. That's when he had Shea and Dort.
What? I struggle with the overachieving thing. Chris Paul is a Hall of Famer. There's that. He's a Hall of Fame point guard. So he does, when you look at the greatest point guards that ever played the game, it's what they do. They do that position the best. And that position is being the floor general. So all Chris Paul does is run the offense the way it's supposed to be run and make sure everybody's in the best position to succeed, which is the very job of the point guard.
Right, but he also, I can honestly say that he elevates players around him. I mean, and I remember when I was doing the show back in 2020, I was saying that Chris Paul should have been the MVP 2020 and when he first went to Phoenix. Because think about it, the next year he goes to Phoenix. Phoenix hadn't been in the playoffs since 2010. Then they got the best record in the league. I mean, that's not by coincidence. But again, Monty Williams is a good coach, but everybody's a good coach when you got a Hall of Fame player on there.
At that position.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. At that position, it's almost like having if you're a coach and you got Chris Paul as your point guard, it's almost like whatever you drew up, whatever plays, you're on the floor.
Yep.
Just got somebody else playing them out for you because he's gonna run the offense.
Yep, it's just like whatever.
And when the offense break down, he knows how to break down the defense.
It's like with every coach that ever coached Peyton Manning in the NFL. Every coach looked like a great coach when you had Peyton Manning as your quarterback.
Basically, yeah. Basically.
He ran the offense himself. But
you could be a scrub. And if you're put with a certain kind of player, he's gonna maximize your scrubness. It's true. I don't care what sport you go to. You think about it. All some of these scrubs, as soon as you took away that player, they went right back to scrub status, or they got a big contract and went to another team and was just an overpaid scrub.
Yeah, like Larry Brown with the Cowboys, and I'm not trying to be funny. He got that contract because Deion was on the other side. Had one big game, got a contract, went to the Raiders. You never heard from him again.
Why you had to go all the way back to Larry Brown and somehow incorporate a Cowboy when you could find 20 billion players on 20 billion teams do the same thing?
Because I have a Cowboy on my show.
You do, sir. You do, sir. You have a Cowboy on your show.
Right.
Even got my sign. I would show it up on the wall. Even got my sign Emmitt Smith poster right there. Plaque right there.
Don't make us throw up on here. Don't do that.
Emmitt Smith. Come on, bruh.
I liked Emmitt Smith when he was a Cardinal.
I'm sure you did.
I did. But anyway, keeping it in NBA terms, Keith, I'm going to start with you again. I want both of y'all opinions before I go. And don't worry, anybody listening on Facebook who's listening for the relationship topic, it's coming. Oh, your boy is coming. Raspy throat and all. Your boy going to talk that real. Draymond Green. Keith, you go first.
Man, what we gonna do about Draymond Green?
You tell me.
It's really it's Draymond versus Draymond. It's him. But we've been saying this we've been reiterating this for a long time now. And Golden State is gonna keep working with him because how much he does for that team and the success, but how much can they take? How much can they take at this moment? I mean, what they suspend him indefinitely, but what does that mean? Does that mean 20 games? Does that mean 10 games? I don't know because I'm at a loss for words when it comes to Draymond at this point.
Okay. Tony?
Draymond Green equals Dennis Rodman equals Terrell Owens. When you get to a point where your usefulness on the court is hampered by the stuff you're doing off the court, you need to cut bait. The San Antonio Spurs, Dennis Rodman's usefulness to them was hampered by his off the court antics. They cut bait with him. Hall of Famer, future Hall of Famer or not, great player, great defender or not, they cut bait. I think he's too much of a distraction now, and he's too much of a problem for them. And what he contributes on court, as opposed to what he contributed when they were winning championships, it doesn't match up. So if I'm Golden State, because you risk keeping him there, you run the risk of him kind of infecting the culture that's been there. That whole thing with maybe one of the reasons why Jordan Poole isn't even there might even have something to do with that. So I would cut bait. He's not, I would move him. If I can get rid of him, I would move him.
That's okay. All right. Well, that's easier said than done. This is year one of a new $100 million contract, even though, of course, they get traded all the time. The way I see it with Draymond, I can't defend what he just did. Now, I'm going to be honest. I had no problem with when he put Rudy Gobert in that headlock. None whatsoever. You know why? Because when you have a teammate getting into a fight, you don't grab my teammate. You grab your teammate. So that's why I never had a problem with that. Because I've been on the basketball court where my team has gotten into a fight. And if you see anybody from the other team I don't care if their intention is to break it up or not. You don't know that in the moment. So if they come and try to touch your dude where he's seeing Rudy Gobert put his arm around Klay Thompson, you coming in, you defending your dude. I had no problem with that. But this one, nah, I can't defend that. I can't defend that because, even the apology, I didn't mean to. Well, then, I mean, if you're going to flail your arms out in a 360 motion, you're going to connect with something. especially when you know the dude is right behind you, because you said you thought he was tugging you on your shoulder. So you flailing your arms out, 360, bang, So I don't know. I mean, I don't know, because this isn't the NBA this ain't the NBA that I grew up watching. They're not gonna sit there and just go for that on a regular basis. I think indefinite suspension, I think he'll probably be gone between 15 and 20 games. And if something else happens again, I think he'll be gone the rest of the season. Now, what the Warriors are going to do with him, I don't know. Because
Mike Dunleavy make some calls.
Huh?
Mike Dunleavy need to make some calls.
But like Tony said, if the risk isn't worth the reward, and while you're saying at the same time moving, Tony, if the risk is not worth the reward, who's going to take him?
I honestly, I couldn't tell you. It would have to be a contender. I know that. It would have to be a contender that has confidence that their locker room culture is such that they could get him refocused. I don't know who that is, but that's what it would have to be. And to be fair, in terms of taking on that money, taking on that contract, weirdly enough, somebody just popped in my head, just in general. And you would think it wouldn't be them, but at the same time,
I'm just curious. I want to know if you're thinking what I'm thinking. Go ahead.
At the same time, while he's getting moved, that may be enough to get him back on, and it would help them just in general. The Sixers.
We're in the same. We're here. That's exactly what I was just thinking.
That's the only team I can think of. The Sixers. You give the Golden State Tobias Harris. I'm talking about matching up money type stuff, and give them maybe a young player or something on that roster, and they may be. I mean, Golden State would take that probably, and Philly would take him, and hopes that he would go ahead and push them over the top.
Because you're not gonna trade him. I wouldn't think you would trade him in the Western Conference, because the only coach that I think that would be able to handle him in the Western Conference, I believe, would be Ty Lue. Honestly, I don't think anybody else will want to deal with him. And speaking of the Clippers, boy, are they red hot. They are red hot now. I was against the James Harden trade. I'm still to a degree against that James Harden trade, but I also said the whole time that I understood why they did it. Because they need depth, because you cannot depend on Kawhi to be there, even though he is balling out his mind right now. You can't depend on him to maintain that, and to a lesser degree, Paul George. So I understood why they got him. Westbrook. The first thing that I'm happy about is that his name has been cleared after the disaster that was the Lakers. Everybody made it seem like Russell Westbrook was a fucking scrub. No. As soon as he went to the Clippers, he went back to being Russell Westbrook. And the Clippers were thriving off of it. So I was kind of like, damn, Russ, you going to come off the bench? But it's working. And that, again, further to me shows that Russ is a team player. And I'm so glad that he's rebounded from all that bullshit with the Lakers. As a Lakers fan, I thought the way Russell Westbrook was treated was disgusting, because he wasn't the problem.
Besides that 6-man thing, I mean, that's only for fragile egos, because, again, Jason Terry was a starter, but for real, he's 6-man. But Jason Terry, in nobody's mind did you look at that dude like he was a scrub coming off the bench. He was the 6-man, though.
And they won a title off of it.
But he played like a starter when he came in.
And they won a title off of it.
Yeah.
So what do you think?
Do you remember? Matter of fact, do you remember? I'm gonna give you something funny, nostalgic. Do you remember when AI got punished and got sent to the bench?
Well, playing for who? For Memphis?
Allen Iverson. No, Sixers.
Oh, yeah.
He got sent to the bench because something was going on, and Larry Brown sent him to the bench.
Yeah, he couldn't take that.
He couldn't take it. His ego couldn't take it. But crazy thing is, only difference was he didn't get announced in the starting lineup. He played the same minutes, everything. He just didn't get announced in the starting lineup, and he was bitching and moaning about not getting announced in the starting line. He's still on the court the same amount of time. You missed the first couple minutes of the game. Larry Brown put him in, and he played his normal minutes.
And you remember at the end of his career, when he was playing for Memphis, they wouldn't start him. And that's when he got traded back to Philadelphia to end his career.
Yeah.
But what do you think of the Clippers right now, Keys?
Man, they on a 6-game winning streak. I mean, it looks like ever since Westbrook got on the bench, things have turned around for them. And I'm happy because we've been waiting on the Clippers to first be healthy, and hopefully they stay healthy. But they have the talent to go far in the playoffs. So I'll be happy to finally get that LA versus LA matchup. That would be happy.
I wouldn't bet on that.
I'm just saying that would be dope as a fan of basketball. But.
Yeah, I would love it too. Now look, I'm gonna be honest with you. As a diehard lifelong Laker fan, I fuck with the Clippers. I fuck with their players. You said you're waiting for them to be healthy. That's why they got Westbrook. That's why they got Harden. Because just in case Kawhi and Paul George ain't there, you still have 2 Hall of Famers who can still play handling business for you.
I mean, they don't have many title runs left. They got to get it.
No, because all of their four superstars are all 30 plus.
Yeah, so I mean, Ty Lue is a really good coach, and they just got to stay healthy because they gonna be a problem. If they healthy, they gonna be a problem.
I still think they're better than the Lakers.
I wouldn't go that far.
I would, because think about if they. Let's use this tournament for example. If the Clippers were playing when the tournament first started, the way they're playing now, they would have won the tournament. Because when the tournament started, they had just got James Harden. And Ty Lue said it would take about 15, 20 games to get it right, and he was right on point.
Yeah. I don't know. I feel like y'all second to us. And then I think it's us, it's Denver 1, y'all 2. I can't put the Clippers there. I gotta see more. They on a 6-game winning streak, but I just gotta see them healthy. That's it. Because I don't believe it until I see them healthy.
Well, Tony,
I don't believe nothing until at least mid-season. The NBA right now is wide open because you got dudes out with injuries. That's another thing. The Nuggets, they haven't even put a complete team on the floor the whole season yet. The Clippers, I mean, okay. They obviously look better than they looked the first few games of the season, but they got a 6-game winning streak. I'm like this. The jury's still out. They on paper, they always had the talent on paper. I need to see it together. I need to see it together the second half of the season going toward the playoffs before I actually believe anything with them. That's my take.
Enough. No, fair enough. Fair enough. But I was going to ask you about your Bulls, man.
Only thing I'll say about the Bulls is Zach LaVine can stay if he's actually paying attention to what's going on there. The games we have won, and the Bulls are playing really well against good teams because they're playing team basketball, which means the talent always was there. That was the Lonzo Ball factor, the fact that he was the floor general distributing the ball, getting everybody involved. That's what's been missing without him. ISO ball Zach, ISO ball DeMar. That's not a winning formula.
I feel so bad for Lonzo.
DeMar has regressed a couple games. I mean, during a couple games and stretches, it cost us against the Bucks. That's what I was telling you. We should have won that game. But DeMar went ISO, and if you're not getting anybody involved, you miss them shots, and Giannis make them shots, then the game's over. That's what happened. So I hope DeMar has kind of reverted to San Antonio DeMar, where he was getting everybody involved. Yeah, he still needs to get his points and all that ego thing, but he's getting other people involved, and Kobe White has broken out. So that dude is real. He always was. But without Zach there to hog the ball, now he has his moment, and he doesn't have to hog the ball to get 30 points. And when you got a guard, he's playing point guard. When you got your point guard getting you 10, 11 rebounds and playing defense, leading the team in charges and getting you a couple steals, that's what you want optimally. So hopefully Zach takes note of this. If they can't move him, he takes notice and starts playing team ball, and they'll be fine. If not, they need to move him for whatever good accessories and draft picks they can get for him. That's it. That's it. It's early in the season. They can catch up. They only a couple, believe it or not, as bad as they played, a couple games out of 7 seed.
That's true.
That's terrible. That's terrible how the NBA is, that you only a couple games out of the 7 seed.
Well, that's the NBA. That's the NBA for you.
And this is a murderer's row stretch we played with all these back-to-backs against the Bucks and Miami. You're playing well against them, then yeah, beat the scrubs and you'll be all right. Beat the teams you're supposed to beat and you'll be all right.
Okay. All right. Well, one thing that we honestly never really talk about a bunch on baseball, on the show, is baseball. There was a historic contract just given out. Shohei Ohtani, formerly of the Angels, the Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim or whatever, last week received a 10-year, $700 million contract from the Los Angeles Dodgers. Before I go into the details of how that contract is going, Keith, what is your thought on $700 million?
Baseball doesn't have a salary cap.
That's correct.
I didn't know that. So hearing that, they need it. But 700 is crazy. But that boy, he different. He's different. They call him Japanese LeBron. Yeah, he's different for sure. So I was obviously shocked by the number, but when I heard who got it, I was like, all right, that makes sense. Cause he does both. He's a pitcher and he's a hitter. Like, you don't do that too often. Yeah, he's different. So
you really haven't seen that consistently done well by a player. Be a two-way player like that. You either pitch great or you hit great. It's rare that you've seen people do both. He's a threat to get 15 strikeouts and a threat to hit 3 home runs in the same game. You really haven't seen that.
He's different.
Now, is he Barry Bonds? No. But he can pitch. He can pitch his ass off. Tony, what do you think of Ohtani?
I think it's ridiculous. I think it's ridiculous to pay anybody that amount of money to do anything, really. Like, you could be the running damn country, and that's too much damn money. So it bothers me. I mean, he's a great, great player. No, I've never seen anything like that in my life. And so, yeah, but yeah, that's too much. That's too much money. It actually, if that's where they're going with the contracts in baseball, after I get off this call, I'm gonna pull my wife to the side, see if we can find some surrogate chick and breed a baby, with a baseball and a bat in his hands, just for that purpose. You know what I mean? Make us rich, because I'm just saying. It's just too late for my kids. It's already in the world, so we got to start early. You got to start with a baseball bat in the hand, refresh out the womb, type shit. Because but it's still too damn much. We think about A-Rod, man, and what we thought about his contract.
That was 20 years ago.
Right. So it's like, dude, I mean, this is the price of like high-tech fighter planes and shit in the US military. So no, it's ridiculous. It's too much. And I do think that at some point they're gonna have to do something, because with this, it's going to raise the market for some of these other players. It doesn't matter that he's all world. Everyone is going to think that, well, shit, he does that well, but I do this better than him. Like you said, he's not Barry Bonds. So the hitter is going to feel like, shit, I should get at least 70% of that contract. And it's just going, that's the nature of things with baseball. Every sport, the price has went up, but not like that. Not like that. It's went up incrementally and reasonably. That's not reasonable. That's not reasonable.
The highest contract in sports outside before Ohtani was, I want to say, Lionel Messi, the soccer player,
right?
Who's in Miami. He was like over 400 million, around like the 450 range or something like that. Mike Trout was close, and they was teammates.
Right.
Ohtani and Trout was teammates and never got to the playoffs. Ever.
Yeah.
Shohei Ohtani's
blockbuster.
huh?
The Ohtani blockbuster, man.
Bro, Ohtani's next playoff game is gonna be his first one.
Mark my words. Mark my words. You know who's watching this? The NBA players, the NFL players. They're watching this and they're looking. What they're looking at is how much money does that league make versus MLB.
They can watch all they want to. Baseball has no salary cap, and what pays most of their money where they can make those contracts, especially a team like Los Angeles, is the TV network deals.
I understand that. I understand that baseball has no salary cap, but what they're still looking at is how much money does that league versus this league. And as the players, you can strike and say, you need to raise that salary cap so we can get more money.
But think about how many games is played, 162 baseball games a season. That doubles the NBA, and the NFL is only doing 17. So if you're making 162 games and you have 81 home games, you have 81 home games, 81 times where you're making revenue. And I've never been to Dodger Stadium, but I'm pretty sure it's expensive as a motherfucker. But this is how they make their dough. And this is what Ohtani's gonna do with his contract. Because initially when he signed it, $70 million a year, right? 10 years, $700 million, $70 million a year. But with California state taxes, had he just accepted the contract like that, getting paid annually $70 million a year, I think out of the $700 million, the state of California state taxes was going to take 350.4, 350.2, something like that. Something the way they would have taken a little more than half of the $700 million. So what Ohtani has done, Keith, I know you don't know nothing about the Bobby Bonilla contract. In the late 90s, a baseball player named Bobby Bonilla signed a contract with the New York Mets. And he was released after the first season. The Mets still owed him like $5.9 million. So Bobby Bonilla said, you know what? Don't pay me that for the first 10 years. He's like, don't pay it to me. Wait a decade later and just pay me $1.25 million every year until the year 2035. And the Mets agreed to it. So, I mean, think about it. All the Mets could have did was just paid him $6 million and been done with it. But instead, they agreed to not pay him from 2000 to 2010. Instead, they pay him on July 1st every year until 2035. And this started in 2011. They pay him $1.25 million every July 1st. In New York, in the sports world, it's known as Bobby Bonilla Day. So what Shohei Ohtani did is he said, you know what? My base salary for the 10 years that I'm going to be playing here is $2 million. They're going to pay him $2 million a year for the next 10 years because he's making $45 million a year off of endorsements by itself. But when that 10-year contract is up, they're going to pay him the next 10 years after that, the remaining balance of the $700 million contract, which is going to be $680 million. Reason why? By the time he leaves, by the time he's finished playing, he's going to move the fuck out of California where they don't take that ridiculous state tax, and he'll get from 2000 and what fuck years? From 2034 to 2044, he'll be getting $68 million a year. That's smart business to me. You guys get what I'm saying? You follow me?
Yeah.
Yeah, so Keith is 10. So for his 10 years, he's going to be playing with the Dodgers. His salary is going to be $2 million. He's going to make $20 million. But after that contract is over with, he'll get the remaining $680 on a 10-year payment plan after he's done playing with them.
That's nice. That's nice. That's smart as hell, too.
Yeah, because California is out of their fucking mind with their state taxes. You want to take half of my money? You ain't thrown a pitch. You ain't swung a bat. You ain't ran a sprint. Get your hand out my pocket, nigga.
They go get that.
Hey, Shannon Sharp said on First Take, he said, Uncle Sam, the only person who don't got a job but get 50%. So it is what it is.
It is what it is. You don't want them problems.
Uncle Sam, never mind. I'm just playing.
I don't know who watching.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Don't listen too
much. But yeah, we don't talk about baseball much because
I don't watch baseball.
Well, I did. I've been disgusted with baseball for the last 10 years.
I watch a little bit of World Series. I can see why people like it, but
baseball is more fun to play than it is to watch.
I ain't never played either.
Baseball fun is bitch to play.
I don't know about that. I played baseball and waiting through the line to get around to you to bat. I mean, it's fun when you actually are batting, or you know, maybe certain aspects in the field, but just in general, I used to yawn playing that shit.
I was good at baseball. I was good. I wish I had stuck with it, especially seeing what these niggas getting paid. For real. I was good at baseball. It was just in Highland Springs when it came to baseball season, my grades weren't never good enough. You know, except for my senior year. And by that time, I was starring in the school play. So no need. But it is what it is. You know, we've talked about this, but Tony, I haven't really heard your opinion on this whole Diddy situation. Diddy. No. I ain't heard your opinion on here.
Yeah, well, you had me on wax about it, but we talked about it at one point, but I'll revisit it.
Well,
it ain't much to talk about because we've seen it happen before, but
fire away.
These people are what they are. They are what they've always been. They just had the money to hide it. And in the big picture, we heard stuff about Diddy years and years and years and years and years and years and years ago. People adjacent to Diddy, people next to Diddy. We've heard it. We've heard the stories. It's about all these celebrities, you know. So it's not surprising to me that dude. He's a narcissist and an egomaniac. And when you got somebody like that, one of the things that they're going to use as power over women in their lives is sex. So, you know, it's not surprising. It's not surprising. You got dudes like him. It wouldn't be surprising if Diddy bent a dude over. So, because I've heard that rumor surrounding him. So, all of it, just in general, it's not surprising. The fact that he would go ahead and pay her, she knows where her body is. You know, she probably could have went further into detail and it would have made him look a particular way with some of the activities that he had her doing. And I do maybe believe that at one point she was down. But all that glitters is not gold. And so once you tell a dude like that, no, that's when, you know, that type stuff start happening, when you start seeing that other side of that person. So, you know, it is what it is. If you think about certain things, even adjacent to Diddy, even with Biggie, some of the lyrics in his song, what do you think they doing? Bad boy for life, right? What do you think goes on? We know that shit happened with Suge Knight and people like that. What do you think is happening? He just hit it all this time. So that's none of it surprised me. Like none of it surprised me. But at the same time, sister girl, if he committed crimes against you and the statute of limitation was still in play, you could have done both. If you were really a victim to that, I forget, it was a Slim Thug or something was talking about it. And he was saying that's one of the reasons why he doubts that kind of stuff, you know. But I kind of agree with him a little bit, because you could have done that and still sued the man if you really wanted to.
You mean like try to send him to jail?
Yeah, you could have did that. You could have pressed criminal charges and sued. Nothing stopped. That's what happened with OJ, right? So nothing stopped you from doing that. So something about that criminal part of it scared her off. Maybe threats to her life. I don't know. Who knows? But at the end of the day, I don't give a fuck. You know, people like that, they do what they do based on where they come from. You know, if you were a drug dealer and you had money and you was doing shit like that with girls in trap houses, all it's gonna do is you got more money, you're gonna make that nice penthouse apartment down in Manhattan into your trap house. More things change, the more they stay the same. You just got ways to facilitate it. So I'm not surprised. That's my take on Diddy.
Nigga said, I bees in the trap, bees in the trap.
They changed. I mean, them people don't never change. If you was a hood nigga, just because you know, got big record contract, that shit don't change. That's the reason why a lot of them dudes go to jail, because they don't change their thought process. It only gets worse.
Don't he sound like he the real life Lucius Lyon?
Yeah, but I don't know if Lucius was doing that. I watch Empire. Lucius wasn't doing that. He wasn't doing that. Now, definitely not with Cookie, because she'd have cut him or shot him. So, you know, I just call it like it is.
I feel you. Now, what about the Jamie Foxx narrative of it? You know, he's facing a lawsuit as well. Now, there's a conspiracy theory out that's saying that Jamie Foxx has a lot of receipts on very powerful people, including Diddy, which is one reason why the whole illness thing was really trying to take him out, but that didn't work. So now they're going to try to destroy his credibility, you know, allegedly, you know, this lawsuit. So,
B, what I just say, all them people got something out there that somebody has receipts to. When you get some power, if you never had money, you never had success, you never had any kind of power or control over anything except for what was directly in front of you. But once you get that kind of money and this and that, what's directly in front of you? The world. And so you try to exert it, and it's not always going to be pretty. So again, I believe all of it. I believe all of it and none of it at the same time. But I do believe that they don't change their spots. So anything I've heard about a celebrity, I said there probably was an element of truth to it. Whether the full story was being told, whether it was being embellished in some way to make it look worse than it was, something happened. And, you know, it is what it is. I'll use an example. Your boy. I full on believe that Kobe did what Kobe did. But I also believe that white girl went up there with stars in her eyes thinking that she might be able to do something for Kobe. And Kobe decided he wanted something else in the process of while she was deciding to do something. Because what did they find in her underwear? Two previous men. Mm-hmm. So she was predisposed. So you can't say that her motive in being there was anything what it looked like. But at the same time, you know, the National Organization of Women says, yeah, you can be a hoe and you can go up there and intend on giving Kobe head. But if Kobe decides he wants that white booty instead, that's rape. That's exactly what happened. Now, that woman tried to monetize that very thing. You know what I'm saying? And she got egg on her face because if you know you was out screwing two other men before you went up there, you know, perhaps if you're going to play innocent and play victim, you probably should have cleaned that up thoroughly, you know. But I believe the aspect of the story that, you know, Kobe's intentions may have, because he knew why she was there. He knew why she was there, and something happened, and whatever happened, happened. They were both wrong, had different motives, and so, you know, sweep it under the rug. Kobe's just the one that would hurt the most. It wouldn't hurt her at all.
Mamba.
So that's it. And I'm not saying that that's what Kobe is or anything like that. But when you're in that environment and that's when what's being presented to you, you know, sometimes that may be what them dudes do. Go back to Mr. Mike Tyson. What the fuck was the girl doing in his room 3 o'clock in the morning laying across his bed?
And she admitted, like 12 years later that she lied.
Right. Meanwhile, you had National Organization of Women yelling to the top of their lungs, it doesn't matter if she goes up to his room and stripped naked on the bed. Mike Tyson was still wrong. Yeah, but why was she there in the first place?
Exactly.
Well, because she was starry-eyed and because she was going to spend time with her idol.
That's your story and you're sticking to it, huh?
Butt naked across the bed, huh? That's how she was going to spend her time. Okay.
I ain't trying to, don't get me started on that Mike situation.
Yeah. So, there are real victims out there. That's all I'll say. They're real victims. So the cry wolf chicks, I have no sympathy for. None.
Don't let the Me Too movement hear you say that.
Same thing with Mr. R. Kelly. He was not putting on no fucking raccoon mask, jumping out of bushes, abducting nobody's daughter, playing a flute, talking about the Pied Piper. He was not doing that. They saw an opportunity. They saw an opportunity. They put their asses in line for that opportunity. Them parents knew their daughters to put their asses in line for that opportunity. And when that opportunity did not happen, they did what R. Kelly wanted them to do. And some of them caught feelings. Women thought, me and Rob are in a relationship. When that shit didn't work out, now you're mad. Now you're a victim. When you didn't get what you thought you was gonna get out of R. Kelly. Yeah, R. Kelly got some things wrong with him, a whole bunch of things wrong with him. But make no mistake, he ain't abduct nobody, he ain't forced nobody into them situations.
Oh yeah, R. Kelly was wrong for that situation, for those situations, but those parents was pimping them kids. That's terrible.
And we know it, unfortunately, and YouTube, Facebook, wherever this is being streamed, do not think I'm sitting here trying to give you a platform to stereotype black mothers, because I'm sure it's Caucasian mothers and Asian mothers may be doing the same thing, but some women out there are more friend to their daughter than they are mother, and they teach them this mentality that they have: girl, get what you can get that money, do whatever you got to do to get that paper. Well, if that's what you project in your 16-year-old daughter, what is she going to do? She going to get that paper in the way that she thinks her mama is telling her to get that paper, or the way her mama actually is telling her to get that paper.
Yeah.
There are mothers out here would rather her 16-year-old be screwing R. Kelly than Taekwon, some dude her age that she feel like ain't gonna give her nothing but a dick, blunt, and a baby.
Why his name got to be Taekwon?
I'm just saying that because that's the name of every local corner boy that you know.
Taekwon.
Yeah, nigga that stay in lockup and got the baby mama that come put a little money on his books, but then for a little while, then she finds somebody else to screw. And then when Taekwon about to get out, she cut it off with the nigga talking about my baby daddy coming home, and he come home and give her another baby. Then 6 months later, he away. Before she had a baby, he away for his next 6 month to 2 year stint.
Bro, I wore a Black Lives Matter shirt to work today. That's all I'm gonna say.
I'm just calling it like it is. It's not just a black thing. I'm only relating it because I am black. But if I was white, I'd say it's Trailer Park Becky doing the same thing. She is. I mean, it's a microcosm of a relationship that goes on between a certain kind of man and a certain kind of woman.
Trailer Park Becky.
He's selling crack. Jed is selling meth.
Jed.
Becky and Jed forever,
Hey, shut up, bro.
Jedediah.
Oh shit. We got Trailer Park Becky, Jed, and Taekwon from the corner. Or what would you call his name? What did he say?
Taekwon. It's Taekwon, man. Taekwon. It's Taekwon. Yeah, it's Taekwon.
Lord have mercy.
Taekwon and Aquanice.
Aquanice, bro, shut up, man. Look, never mind.
You know that chick. Everybody know that chick. Chick got the big ass nose ring that draw attention to her face, which is her weakest suit.
Jesus.
Got flaming red hair like a peacock egg, on all the attention in the world.
Oh Lord.
I love my baby daddy. I love Taekwon.
Oh Lord. Well.
And she got black lips because she wake up to a blunt.
But did you ever hear about the butt naked basketball games? At Jamie Foxx's house.
Yeah, I heard. It would not surprise me, man. This shit been going on for years. Do you not realize that Richard Pryor was talking about shit they had near Marlon Brando? Like, like some of the wild shit that was going on with that. Yeah.
Hey, man, look.
When you get money, you get stupid and just do shit. Especially when you got coke, you know.
Hollywood is a weird place, man. And you know,
it's weird.
I used to want to go there so bad. I did. Oh my God, when I was 15, 16, 17, 18, even 19, bright-eyed, bushy tail, hooray for Hollywood. And I'm singing my little
It's not Hollywood.
Hollyweird, whatever.
It's not Hollywood. It's money. Okay. Any place involving money got weird shit going on.
I guess Atlanta too, huh?
Yep. Well, we know Atlanta's definitely weird. Like, hey, with that Atlanta, let me tell you something about Atlanta, bro.
I love ATL too. Bro.
You know, yeah, it's a high concentration of us. So yes, it is us in Atlanta, but and it's some freaks in Atlanta. Like it's some freaks,
bro.
It's why you think your boy love it? Dwight Howard love Atlanta because he like a faggot in Boys Town. There, boy, he is. He like rubbing his hands together. This a buffet here. It's a buffet. I got a stool for every one of y'all, and it's a whole lot of niggas waiting to climb that stool so they can stand, you know, over Dwight Howard's shoulder.
You don't know how close I came. I came real close to moving to Atlanta a couple of times. I love Atlanta. I do. Peachtree, Lenox Mall is my shit. Oh, I love it.
No, I'm just letting you know, Atlanta, yeah, it's peach. It's peaches there. It's peach. What peach you want? Male peach, female peach? We got them both for you. Husky nigga. Don't matter.
But yeah, the naked basketball games was like it was saying like 30 people, 30 of Hollyweird, whatever, biggest stars playing, going to Jamie Foxx's house, allegedly, stripping down butt naked and playing ball. And this was in the 90s.
I believe it. Like there's nothing that shocks me about these people. As soon as I hear it, I say that seems like something somebody would do just because.
Oh my Lord.
Bruh, white people, the Caucasians, they go strip butt naked, go to the coldest areas just to jump in a fucking hole in the ice. So do you not realize that, yeah, somebody might play basketball butt ass naked?
Camp Crystal Lake.
Yeah. Hell, think about the stories from Charlie Murphy, and then yeah, you go hang out at Prince's house. That motherfucker, you wake up, that motherfucker standing over top of you with some blueberry pancakes.
Yo, Keys.
Yo.
We gotta deal. We have to we gotta deal with this right now. We'll get to the relationship topic last, but Tony's a Cowboy fan, and he was victorious against those Philadelphia Eagles.
Yeah.
Have your moment, sir.
Talk your shit, Tony.
We played well. We did exactly what we should have did the first game and closed it out. We played well. As I said, I'll be interested to watch for the next however long it lasts, the battle on the inside, because Tyler Smith and Jalen Carter, that's what it is up front. It's always what's up front with them teams and the defensive lines versus offensive lines. And yeah, I mean, Dak is what Dak is. I think Dak is a good player, but I gotta see it. I don't believe like Shady McCoy. Fuck that nigga. You know, Dak got to throw 5 interceptions and then come back and win to prove something. But you know, certain elements of both of them teams are exposed now. And again, these next couple games will tell me what I need to know about my team, because you're going on the road. The Miami game doesn't look like it looked in the beginning of the season because Miami is kind of shaky.
It don't look the way it looked 2 weeks ago.
Right. And Buffalo is shaky, but Buffalo is still that team you feel like can beat anybody. And they're playing in their place, and they're going to have the weather conditions on their side because it's supposed to rain and snow maybe. So that's going to be a rough one. But in terms of the Philly thing, I think that's going to be going on for a while. That rivalry in terms of the players that exist right now are going to be going on for a while. But I do think the games within the games were fun to watch because the Stephon Gilmore, what you
Diggs.
call it? Yeah, no, Brown. Little battle thing was good to watch. I was wondering why Stephon Gilmore kept getting in his face. I was unaware that he had called him old and all this other shit before the game.
AJ Brown. Oh, okay.
Yeah, AJ Brown. You know what I mean? And I'm like, yeah, that's probably not the dude you want to motivate. A dude that can guard you. He's older, but he ain't dead. They take that shit personal and they play ball. They always been baller, whether they was a Cowboy or a Patriot. Stephon Gilmore, nobody ever questioned his skills. So why would you? Because you're having a good season.
He was a Buffalo Bill for a long time.
Right. So he's a player. So he gonna rise to the occasion, and he did that. And yeah. So overall, I looked at that game and I was like, they did what they needed to do, did what they should have did. You playing at home, you did what you should have did.
Okay. That cool with you, Keith?
I mean, it is what it is. I had them winning from the jump go.
You did
Dallas doesn't lose at home in December, so just going based off of that, I felt like they were going to win. I felt like it was going to be a closer game. Unfortunately, we didn't even score an offensive touchdown. Our play calling is still poor. We don't run the fucking ball. You feel me? Like run the damn ball.
It's not enough anyway.
Right. I feel like that was set up the pass.
And because the crazy thing is like Swift is still like the third or fourth leading rusher in the league.
Yeah, just give him opportunity. But I mean, he said it. They were supposed to win that game, and they showed out. I don't want to say it, but I've been saying it for a while. Dak does like the front runner for MVP. The numbers show it. They're winning the games they're supposed to. Well, I know, Brandon, you don't want to say it, but it's looking like
no. What I say about the MVP is that it changes from week to week. Literally, to me, I think the biggest case for MVP was made for Tyreek Hill when he left the field Monday night because they looked terrible. That's all.
I wondered about that text you put in there, like if you want to something about MVP and Tyreek Hill, and then I looked at the box score and I'm like, that dude got 2 catches. Like
he was
out. What is he doing?
He was out.
Yeah, it was kind of weird to me.
Yeah,
that he was like no part of the game, really.
Yeah, he missed about 2.5, well, about a quarter and a half or 2.5 quarters. And when he went out, their offense nosedived immediately.
Unfortunately, we know it's a quarterback award, and Dak looks like the best quarterback in the game right now. I have to be honest.
Dak is the beneficiary of a Mike McCarthy that's playing to his strengths. Because early in the season, he didn't look like that when he was just strictly running Mike McCarthy shit. But because he's allowing him to move around in that pocket, that's his strength. That's his strength. And then, when you got wide receivers that got range that can catch, then you look a lot better than what you are. I'm still not. So I believe Dak is the front runner for the MVP, and he's probably playing the best out of all the quarterbacks. But I don't consider him that. Not until he has to prove it when he's under real pressure. But everybody else, I'm pretty confident in the other aspects, especially the kicker.
All right, Tony, who if it's not Dak, then who?
I didn't say Dak wasn't the MVP in terms of what it means, most valuable player. He is the most valuable player of that team. But in terms of quarterbacking, yeah, I mean, other dudes, it's other dudes that still they're a better player than him. But right now, he's playing out of his mind because
who do you think's a better player? I mean, who do you think?
Come on now, don't do that. Mahomes is a better quarterback than Dak. If you took Mahomes and put him on that Cowboy squad, we'd be in the Super Bowl and winning.
I'm not talking about just quarterback. I'm just talking about the.
Oh, you talking about just overall players? Period.
2023 season. If it's not Dak, then who it is?
Yeah, it's got right now. Yeah, it's got to be Dak. If it's got to be Dak right now. If it's not Dak, then maybe Lamar is close, but it's got to be Dak. based on numbers, it's got to be Dak. You laughing, but we're talking about the most valuable player.
Okay.
And in
I've
the
been
big
saying this
picture,
for a month. I've been saying that
it's got to be Dak based on numbers and based on numbers and record, but numbers, yeah,
Okay.
it's got to be Dak.
Okay.
Oh, side note that I noticed about Mr. Hurts and why he's struggling. You can say what you want. Go back and watch the film. These defensive coordinators don't play. They ain't no joke, and we know this. I don't care who you are. They're gonna figure out a way to slow you down because they're gonna look at your tendencies. The Jalen Hurts, mush rush, the same thing that worked with Mike Vick, but you have to have front four that can stay in their fucking lanes and put pressure. If you can push them in back to him and make him go straight up the middle, he's either going to have to throw or have to run it himself. He's only dangerous down the field when you let him get outside. Keep contained, and he's weak because he does not. He does not. His tendency is to pull that ball down. If you bring him into that middle of the field, he will not stay in that pocket. He will bring that ball down quicker than he should because he's not making the third, fourth read. Because a few times it was wide receivers down the field open, but he had already pulled the ball down, tucked, and ran.
I agree.
Okay. The end of a beautiful era of Chargers football happened today. Brandon
Was it
Staley,
beautiful though?
for me as a Bronco fan, it was fucking lovely. Beautiful era gone by the wayside. Brandon Staley gone. Surprised? No. Overdue? Yes. What y'all think about it?
Overdue is correct. And 63 points put up by who was the Raiders quarterback? Like who?
Aiden O'Connell.
Hey, and did they like officially make Pierce their coach? Like what's going on with that?
He's still on the interim tag.
Okay. Well, how do you feel like he deserves?
They'd be dumb not to. That's all I'm gonna say.
But yeah, the Chargers got so much talent, and to see it just get wasted by a coach that obviously didn't know what he was doing. Yeah, this is bound to happen. Like you said, overdue. Like it should have been done.
And it wasn't just him; it was the general manager who got fired too.
I seen that.
Tony, what you think about B. Staley?
I mean, it was overdue based on the product on the field, but coaches coach, players play. Coaches coach, players play. On 3rd down and 6, the coach is not the one throwing the ball, catching the ball, running the ball. And at the end of the day, you called the play, either they executed it or not. So it's your job on the line the whole way. That team as a whole, they got the talent, but they underachieve as a whole. They underachieve. So yeah, but somebody got to go to jail. Somebody got to get fired. So there you go. But they underachieved as a team.
What were you saying, Keith?
No, I was just saying it's crazy. Like last year, they were a playoff team. They had a very high seed, and
no, they didn't. They didn't have a high
seed.
No,
they're 5th seed, right?
They were no. You know what? Yeah, you're right. They were a 5th seed. You're right. I'm sorry.
But they had that game won, and they folded in the second half.
What changed? They hired a different offensive coordinator in Kellen Moore, and they added a little bit more talent on the defensive side of the ball. So they should have been better, right?
Yes.
That falls on the players. The coach is always going to roll. And Brandon Staley, the only mistakes he made in terms of what we saw, obviously, was some of the play calling and crucial situations. We questioned that shit last year on this same kind of podcast. Why is he making this call at this time of the game? It doesn't make sense.
I questioned the shit in 2021.
Right. But you know who else makes them same calls? Mike Tomlin. His players execute, though. Mike Tomlin has always made them kind of play calls.
What'd you say, Keith?
I said that's shocking that you're putting it on the players when
because the players play the game. The players don't. The players is 1st and 10. The players play it. The play is the play. The play is the play. And at the end of the day, for instance, that score last night. Come on, man. The coach don't play defense. That's 63 fucking points.
I think
them dudes quit. Them dudes quit on him.
They definitely quit on him. But I think Brandon Staley was the dumbest coach in the NFL. I've been saying that ever since 2021. That's just my opinion. But he gone now. All right, fellas. Let's get a little smooth now. Yeah.
I got one more football question.
Oh, sure.
Who do you think is the coach of the year?
Ooh. A month ago, I had D'Amico as a runaway. Now I'm not so sure. Because you can put D'Amico in there. You can put my boy. You can put Sean Payton in there. Starting 1-5, now 7-6.
Mm-hmm.
You can put Kevin Stefanski in there. He's won games with 4 different quarterbacks. He has the top wild card seed in the AFC. You can put the Colts coach in there. They're 7-6, mostly with Gardner Minshew, not their top rookie draft pick. You could put Tomlin in there. He's 7-6 with nothing at quarterback. There's a lot. You could make a case where you could put McVay in there for coach of the year if they make the playoffs. So it's tough right now. What about you, Tony?
Yeah, what you think, Tony?
When it comes to that coach of the year thing, it's largely judged before. It's judged before playoffs, really. So my jury is still out. Yeah, my jury is set because I have to see where people finish.
Yeah.
To determine who actually, because all these teams we're talking about, that 7-6, 7-6, 7-6, if they don't make the playoffs, then that he can't be coach of the year. Like he just can't be.
Yeah.
So it just depends. It really does. Right now, if you really look at the way things are, hypothetically, if say the Detroit Lions went out, they
got to lose tomorrow. But I hear what you're saying.
But I'm just saying, if they went out, what does it look like as compared to last year, what they were last year and how they finished this year? So you'd have to consider them. So that's you gotta wait till these last few games play out, because it's a whole lot of names that could be out there. And no, I don't like Mike McCarthy, but if you sweep the rest of the table, why wouldn't you consider him?
I would.
That's what I mean. You gotta let it play all the way out and see.
I can say the same thing about Kyle Shanahan too.
Right.
Another coach, the coach of the Minnesota Vikings. They're on their 3rd or 4th quarterback now. They're 7-6. So it's tough.
I wouldn't put McCarthy in there just because y'all made the playoffs last year. I wouldn't put him in there.
That's the only thing. Legitimately, that because if you made the playoffs, then it's expected. Okay, the next year you're supposed to make the playoffs.
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you this, bro.
That'd be tough to make a case for McCarthy.
I'm gonna tell you this, and you can call me a homer, and I don't fucking care. If we went out our schedule and finished 11-6 after being 1-5, fuck that. Sean Payton.
I would say, yeah, he probably should get heavy consideration, because I don't think people think 1-5 when they think all they remember is 70 points. So
we were a joke.
And if you go from 70 points to you're now world beaters beating quality teams and make the playoffs, yeah, you'd have to consider that.
Yeah. Because you look at everybody who we beat. The Chiefs, the Bills, the Vikings, the Browns. These are all teams that are in the playoffs, outside of the Bills. But the Bills are seen more serious than us, and we beat them in Buffalo.
Teams and how they trend. The funny thing is, why do I get that feeling? Why I said side note about teams and how they trend. Why does it feel like perhaps if the Giants had started Danny DeVito's nephew from the beginning of the season, maybe they'd be on the verge of making the playoffs?
The Giants are only 1 game out, right?
Yeah, it's crazy, right? It's crazy. You get that feeling that if they started that dude, they probably would be in that picture legit.
The Bears are 1 game out too?
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Daniel Jones might lost his job.
Yeah, but he got that contract. Well, they could actually cut him if they wanted to. They can't take that guaranteed money, but
I'm sure
They
they
could
can
cut him.
void some years. I'm sure.
So ends the Daniel Jones and Saquon era next year.
Maybe
Yeah,
Daniel Jones,
Saquon
maybe
got
not
one more year
Saquon,
too.
not Saquon. Daniel Jones,
Well, he
yes.
got a 1 year deal.
Yeah, he'll be a free agent, but they'll try. I'm pretty sure they'll try to bring him back. He hasn't been the problem.
He the problem if he think he gonna get that big money contract again. If that's the case, yeah, they may bring him back again on 1 year or franchise him, but that he's not gonna get that money.
I'm not gonna say again. They can't. He ain't got the big contract yet.
Because did they give him a? That's right, they did give him a 1 year. They didn't franchise.
No, they ain't franchise him.
That's stupid. That he didn't even get the top 5 running back money then, just from franchise tag.
Yep. Yeah. So I think he got a nice rookie deal because he was the number 2 overall pick. But
it's unfortunate how
other than that,
how they treat running backs.
It is, man. It is. It's terrible. And the only reason why the MVP has become a quarterback award is because they've devalued running backs. Running backs used to get MVPs just as much as the quarterback. And Tony, tell me if I'm lying.
They were different though then.
I understand that.
They were built different. They legitimately were built different.
Yeah.
30 carries was expected, from a running back.
I understand that, but that's still, they still got.
Yeah, they did. They did. Yeah. They were getting the money. They were high draft picks, everything.
Yep.
And you took them without no shame and top 10 in the draft.
Yeah. Last running back to win an MVP, Adrian Peterson, 2012.
Yeah. I will say this though, I ain't mad at the Falcons with Bijan though, because he's playing like up to his draft status.
Bruh. If the Falcons had a better quarterback and coach with the skill position players they got, because Drake London is a beast. Kyle Pitts is a beast. Bijan and Algier are beast. That's why Keith picked the Falcons to win the North.
I still do.
The South.
I still got them.
I'm sure you should. Everybody is 6 and 7 except for Carolina. But I don't believe in Ritter. I just don't.
I'm with you. I don't either.
I believe if you put Baker on the Falcons.
No.
I'm serious. I'm serious.
No. The Bucs got as much talent as the Falcons.
But see, the Bucs talent is more of an older veteran type. The Falcons have young thoroughbreds.
Rashad White is nice.
That's the only one. Evans, Godwin, they all long in the tooth.
Yeah, the Falcons' skill position players are individually better. They are just individually better. The Falcons players are individually better.
Hold on, Tony. Ain't nobody better than Mike Evans.
Yeah, but that's one guy. I said the Falcons, not one Falcon, but I'm talking about position by position. The dudes that we're talking about, when you compare them, they're better overall.
Absolutely.
So you're right. If you put a quarterback there, a competent quarterback, they're a playoff team. Whereas with the Bucs, you are dependent on that veteran presence.
See, Keith is disagreeing with me because I said Baker Mayfield. I think if you put,
if you put Baker with the Falcons would be better than the Bucs with Baker.
That's all I'm saying.
Falcons have more upside and more youth on their side, and they have better skill position players.
That's all I'm saying.
Mike Evans is better than anything on either side, really.
Yeah.
But he's one guy.
Yeah.
Well, y'all discrediting Rashad White. Rashad White is nice.
You know what? I wish Calvin would come on here right now, because Calvin, as a diehard Bucs fan, he can't stand Rashad White.
I don't know why.
And I kind of understand a little bit because he's not a good inside runner. But okay, who would you take, Rashad White or Bijan Robinson?
I would choose Bijan Robinson.
Okay, that's all.
Rashad White is underrated. That's all I'm saying.
I didn't say Rashad White isn't good. I think he's respectable. But as far as rostered Falcons versus Bucs, I'm taking Bijan first.
Yeah, and I don't honestly. What do the Bucs have that's like Kyle Pitts?
Nothing at tight end.
Nothing at that position. And those two positions are most important, really, to a quarterback's success: running back and tight end. safety blankets.
And the way Kyle Pitts is being used in Atlanta is disgusting. The fact that he only has what? About a handful of touchdowns in his career, and this is his third season. It's disgusting.
Because he open every time they go to get in the red zone. He open.
Every
He
time.
can't help but be open, as big as he is.
Every time. Every time. But fellas, they get a little smooth here. It's 10 days until Christmas. You know what I'm saying? Keith, you in a relationship. Tony, you in a relationship. What y'all got planned for Keith? I'm gonna start with you, young brother.
Yeah, it was good.
What you got planned for the missus this Christmas?
We was talking about the day of.
Whatever.
The day of. I mean, it's family time, man. We should do our little receiving and shit in the morning, and then we go to my mom's crib and we do the same thing. Have a little Christmas dinner and stuff with the fam. It's always smooth. We got some football. Well, football on Monday? Is there some football on Christmas?
No, yeah, it's 3 football games on Christmas and
Okay.
a bunch of basketball games too.
Oh yeah, I'm looking forward to that. You already know, but
Yeah.
full
Sports day. It's a full sports day.
sports day, family, Christmas, good vibes. So that's it, man.
That Big Tony, what about you, fam?
I'm doing what I normally do. The only difference with this Christmas is I will have all of my children all in one spot at one time because my 29-year-old is driving down here from Jersey and he's gonna stop in through Philly and pick up the 19-year-old and they're gonna ride down here together. So everybody will be here for Christmas.
That's dope.
And so being as though I don't have, I got my youngest is 17, so I got grown ass people. So you think I'm gonna do it grown ass? I know what's gonna happen. I'll take a picture, probably put it on Facebook. At some point, it's gonna be a line of them. I call them Lollipop Guild. They're gonna be all lined up with controllers going in on Super Smash.
Really?
That's what they do. All of them gonna get together and they Super Smash. Yep.
That sounds like a good ass time.
Hey, can I come over, man? Can I come over and play?
Hey, bro, that's up to you. That's up to you.
That sounds like fun, man.
Why? I remember my wife gave me hell like 5, 6. No, it was like 7 Christmases ago when I determined we needed 2 TVs in the living room, and I'm like, do you realize all these kids we got, and we got like every system known to mankind? You think they're gonna want to play it, one system at a time? And so my house sound like an arcade every day.
Look, bro. What is this?
And the crazy thing, just shout out for you. The crazy thing is, if we had, they play it on emulator, but if we had an N64 on the top TV, you got PS5 going on the bottom, you got N64 game. Ain't that crazy?
I'm gonna say, what's this, man?
Making my eyes bleed.
What's that, man?
Damn.
Playing N64 shit.
Hey, yes, sir. I don't give a fuck. Y'all can.
But if you're talking of shit, I'll pick that control up and play Odd Job and bust you in the head a couple times, though.
Yo, what's up? Bring it, bro. I got 007. I got Blitz. I got all that shit. Bring it. Bring it.
Yeah.
Mario Kart 64, homie. What's up?
That is exactly what I plan on doing for Christmas. Just the same thing I do every year. I just don't have to hear the, oh my God, it's the Wii U. No more.
Well, for me, fellas, there's no significant other that I'll be doing anything with, but I will have my babies. I will have my children.
You want me to give you some non-relationship advice about a relationship, though?
Sure. That's what we do.
I would invite their mom over anyway.
Oh,
since you ain't doing, okay. I was gonna say, since you ain't doing nothing else, just invite her over and just in mama capacity so they can have the family kind of feel.
No, because there's not a tree at her house. The tree is over here, as you see, right behind you. So
African dude didn't buy her a tree. Damn.
I'm fucking weak. Yo, what?
Hey,
I'm fucking weak. The tree is at my house. The tree is at my crib, so that's where all the presents is gonna go. So they'll be over here. But I'm talking like as far as doing anything with a significant other. No, I don't have that plan. All I want for Christmas is maintaining peace, peace of mind, and if and when that significant other makes their way into my life and stays there without no bullshit,
You gotta take the bullshit.
no. There's levels of bullshit. No, because you're right. That everybody has bullshit with him, not just every chick. Everybody has bullshit with him.
Yeah,
but it's levels to this.
It's
levels.
It's levels. I'm with you.
I'm talking about don't fuck my apartment up bullshit.
Well, see, that was your first mistake choosing anything out of Philly. That was your first mistake.
You know, Philadelphia is my second home.
My mom from Philly. What you mean?
I would disown that quickly, and I would get my mother out.
Keith, my mom is from Philly too. Keith, my mom is from Philly too.
Bro, what I just say, I would disown it. I would move my mama out.
Hell no, I ain't
disowning. My mama would be living in King of Prussia somewhere, anywhere except for Philly.
Hey, all my family in Philly. Hell no, I ain't disowning Philly. Hell no.
Okay. Well, I live there, so I it ain't like I'm hating from the outside in. I was there, I was happy. I was happy that I'm mad I came here, but I was happy to get the fuck out of there.
I love the 215.
A couple decades there's enough.
You got you got that. But as I was saying,
the cheesesteaks ain't worth it. So there you go.
You had a little too much.
Lies you tell. Lies you tell.
Nah, ain't no lies I tell. Definitely, bro. Hey, but nothing on the right. You're right about Mr. Smith. I when I go down by certain parts of the game, it remind me of the school kill. The fuck.
Look. Again, the next person who I will call a significant other, like I said, all I want is somebody that's not gonna give me PTSD. That's it. I don't want the PTSD chick. But again,
well, I tell you what, then, bro. I tell you what, then I'll go ahead and chip in and get you an eHarmony membership. Then
what? Not desperate. Goddamn. Look, I'm gonna be honest with you. I've come to the realization, even though I know, Lord willing, there's still a long time left in my life, but I've come to the realization that I may be alone for a long time, and I'm okay with that, because going through what I had to go through, just having peace of mind is better than anything else, honestly. The fact that I have my children, I don't have my children because there's anything wrong with their mother. That's a scheduling thing. So I'm not going there. But I love having my children. I love it. You know, that's the kind of father I am. But I cannot do the bullshit. I'm negative. I cannot do the for my health. For those who didn't know, I had a stroke almost 2.5 years ago. Fully recovered. You would never tell. You never know. But the drama is something I'm not doing. That's why my last relationship, I was like, yo, if you want to, if being petty is that important to you, then you got to roll, because I'm not doing that here. And that was it.
Sir.
Go ahead.
Sir. One, you're not going to be alone. Stop being scared. That's the first thing. We're talking about, for the listeners, we're only talking about 2 women. You would think that you've been through all of this stuff, like your life is ready for a fucking Tyler Perry movie. You only 2 women. One you was with since you was really, really young, and that was your prime existence. So yeah, it's gonna be a hard thing to adjust to something else that's out there. Philly special, yeah, all that glitters is not, and that's you got duped. You be all right, bruh. I have full confidence you'll be all right.
No, I will.
I will say this. I will say this. At the smallest glimpse, all females are crazy, but
Oh, I
there's
know
levels to it. You're right. And so all I'm saying is, if you see a little glimpse of crazy, don't necessarily take that as a warning shot that she's totally crazy.
Look, I think every woman suffers from bipolar syndrome, and I
Because I'm
really
pretty
believe
sure you attract a fair amount of females, and all of them can't be all bad.
I
It's
don't
just
think.
that you
Yeah,
got PTSD. You're admitting the quiet part out loud, bro. You got PTSD, so you look
I
at
do.
everybody like they're a potential disaster,
Not everybody, but mostly.
and then you're judging by your criteria. So you got standards, and you got PTSD working against you. That's it.
Well, my standard is I'm not going to come second fiddle to anybody. I won't play that role anymore. You know. So, and that's why I said I may be alone for a while because I will not come second fiddle to anybody in a relationship. You know.
But everybody don't want to make you second fiddle. You just don't know it because you ain't
I don't know
interviewing
it yet.
everybody.
I don't know it yet.
Right. So you never know. It could be
I'm just
already
saying- I'm
right
just
there.
saying-
You just don't know it.
Yeah, I'm just saying that's my standard. And some females may not want to deal with that. And if they don't, I'm fine with that. Now, you know good and damn well that a Tyler Perry movie could be made about some of my shit. Your silence is accepted.
That's why I said that. I understand full heart. Look, bro, I'm living parts of Tyler Perry movies as we speak. So, yeah, I get it. I get it. And that thought process crosses everybody's mind. What would life be without? Well, you're living life without. And I get it. It's hard to get yourself motivated. Hard yourself to get up for the game.
And me saying that is, again, I'm not throwing no shots or no shade at nobody. Okay. I'm not throwing no shots or no shade, particularly if anybody think I'm throwing shots and shade at my ex-wife. None. This is just going through my experience. Everybody has their own opinion about their experience. So I would love to do something wonderful for somebody. I would love to do something wonderful for somebody, but my health plays a big factor in it too. I mean, honestly.
Don't know what everybody, you ain't trying to bust a vein in your head arguing with nobody. So yeah, I get it.
Yeah, I mean, it really does. I have to keep that in mind too, because I have to maintain decent health because I want to be here for my children. Period. So
you know what I think, and then I'll leave that part of your life alone. I think the PTSD from that one, and then Philly special being so extra. It wasn't like it was just a regular little quirk thing. That's some shit that would have thrown pretty much any dude for a loop. So it was that, and so it's like two extreme things back to back. Yeah, I get it. It's one thing saying we have a little disagreement, and so I don't think it's gonna work out. It's a whole different thing when you got crazy and then crazy right behind it. I feel you. I know exactly why you think the way you think. Crazy and then crazy right behind it. Not crazy and then I just don't think it's gonna work out because we disagree. No, that's not what happened. Crazy and then crazy. So I get it. Who's the next one gonna be? Crazier? I get it.
No, the next one will be craziest. No, I'm just joking.
Craziest. And you might be right. That's the thing. So I get the hesitation.
Damn it, where's some wood at? There we go. Knock on wood. I'm just playing. I'm just joking.
So I get it. All I'm saying is really you got to interview to figure that out though. You got to interview because one might be so docile that you're like, damn, I don't even know what you think because you don't never react to nothing. You just sit there and kind of go along with me. She might be so underwhelming in that department. You're not feeling her because she's not interactive with you like that.
Right.
So you never know. But life is like a box of chocolates, right? You never know what you're going to get.
Only thing I want to get is my fucking voice back. That's all I want. I ain't been able to sing no Christmas carols, no nothing, because my voice is sounding like it's a frog stuck in it. I want to sing so bad. I do. I really do. I want to sing so bad, but I can't right now because I would sound like doo-doo. That's another thing. I would love to serenade somebody right now. I would.
Well, you can serenade me while I eat this food because I'm
I
about
ain't
to go eat.
serenading you. Hell
Because
no.
I'm watching this show. I've been watching this whole time. I've been watching these dudes on these fishing shows on Ace videos on YouTube, and they cooking up crab and all this stuff by the damn water, pulling
I
fresh fish out, and I'm starving. And as much as I'd like to continue this segment because it sounds like we like the best man and shit. You remember the movie?
I love it. I
Sitting
love
here
it.
bemoaning women
I
and
love
shit,
it.
but
We're
you know,
not bemoaning women. We're just having an honest conversation.
oh, I'm bemoaning. Fuck that. I mean, I love them. I'm married to one, but I'll be moaning her ass every day.
No, I'm sorry, Marianne. I can't sing right now, baby. You hear my voice? My voice sounds terrible. It sounds terrible. Hopefully, within the next 10 days, my voice will be good enough to where I can lead off a podcast with me wooing it up. But
other thing with a woman, get you a woman that you don't have to explain to her that I'm not your therapist. I am your husband.
okay.
That's what come with it, right?
No, it don't. That's what you're tricked into believing. That's what you're tricked into believing. See, you're tricked into believing that because whatever you had going on in your life prior to you meeting that chick, your baggage, whether it's just one little handbag, a backpack, or a full thing of Samsonite, it is not her burden to bear. It's on you to get yourself straight and then present yourself to her. The ones that think that you the gardener, see, that's the problem. We get involved with these women who been watching one too many Tyler Perry movies, and they think you the fucking gardener is supposed to come save them. You know, it's not Ayanna fix my life. It's Tony or Keith or Brevin fix my life. That's not your role. That's not your role. They're supposed to take care of self. That's the first thing they're taught in terms of self-help, and they therapists tell them you got to take care of self. Well, you got to take care of self and get yourself right before you join with somebody else.
That's
not
right.
Expect them to rescue you psychologically or anything else, financially or anything else.
That's right.
I'm looking for a man to take care of me. That mentality is too ingrained in them, and they carry it over even to their psychological baggage.
Wait,
yeah.
So what is it?
I got my own problems. I ain't got time to deal with your problems. Our problems together are our problems to deal with, not your problems.
Hold on, Tony. What were you saying, Keith?
I was just wondering, like, what is a therapist? Because I thought a therapist was just somebody that listens to your problems and try to guide you, but also give you advice to make your situation clearer or better. But it's up to them to make it better, just based off the advice given to them. I thought that's what a therapist was.
That is what a therapist is. They're basically a professional that gives a professional advice.
Non-bias.
And it doesn't work for everybody, but it is someone that gets paid to talk to you, evaluate you based on the information you give them, and then give you solutions that may improve your existence. The thing with that is if your individual woman, whatever man is individually doing that because they need that, it means they have issues within themselves that you personally, one, are not responsible for, but may not even be equipped to deal with.
So
marriage counseling is something totally different.
What are you saying, Keith? Hold on, Tony. What were you saying, Keith?
No, I thought I was gonna ask something, but while I was gonna ask it, I came up with the answer in my head. So now,
so if your girl got self-esteem issues and she had them before you met her, yeah, you can do what you can do to boost her self-esteem as her man by doing the things you would simply do as a man. If that does not work, she needs to go get a therapist and talk about it because it's not your burden. It's not your role to do anything beyond that. You help out where you can help out and do what you can do as a man, but you're not responsible for it. She has to recognize because she knows what goes on in her head. She knows even though my man like how I look and all the time and tells me I'm beautiful, I don't like how I look. And ain't nothing you can do about that.
No,
and I can tell you from experience, he absolutely right on that. But also another thing, when it comes to therapy and the individual, be it man or woman, therapy can only be effective if the individual is willing to receive potential constructive criticism, because if said individual doesn't feel like they're being helped because the therapist isn't telling them what he or she wants to hear, it won't work.
You ain't lying.
Because a lot of people go to therapy because they think, a therapist is going to figure it out for them, and that's not what a therapist's job is. Or they're gonna tell you what you want to hear, and that's not what any therapist who tells you what you want to hear is doing a disservice to you.
And they're not a good therapist.
Huh?
And they're not a good therapist.
Right.
Right. My wife had 2 therapists over the past year and a half. The first one was a sister girl. You know how that go.
Yeah.
Sister girl. They talk in sister girl terms. Girl, I feel you. Girl, this, that, and the other. And you don't need somebody reinforcing all the negative shit that you already think in your head. You need somebody to call you out and say you fucking up.
Yeah.
That's what therapy is for, not to sit and agree with you and this, that, and the other. That's some bullshit.
Yeah. Honestly.
You could have got that from your girlfriend. She'd have co-signed your bullshit.
Yeah. Yeah, I definitely and one thing as far as relationships go, you definitely want to get any existing issues you have internally with yourself or any existing issues you had from a previous relationship. You want to get that worked out, because if you don't, what it does is, we've all heard the old saying, what you did is going to mess it up for the next person. That's what happens. And both of y'all heard me 365 days ago. I sounded like a completely different person 365 days ago. I just knew I was high. But y'all know how the rest of the story go. So, everything that I go through, I wanted to prepare me if and when the next relationship comes, if it is indeed what I want and what I need it to be, because I want to be everything that my next partner, my next significant other wants me to be as well. I don't want to make it all about me, and that's why I try to clarify when I say I'm not going to be put second fiddle to nobody. I'm not trying to make it all about me. I'm just saying the things that I will and won't deal with. Calvin, how the hell are you, dude?
Y'all niggas in here in love or something? What's going on with y'all?
Hey, bro, look, let me tell you something. B. I with that, all I'm gonna say is I'm with you on that. I'm trying to have a strong relationship with my next significant other. I'm gonna let them know how much I appreciate them. And her name is Quesadilla. And matter of fact, I'm about to go kiss her on the mouth. I'm about to go kiss her dead square on the mouth.
Calvin, man, look. On the Friday,
I don't know what I walked into, but I'll be quiet.
No, look.
And I will appreciate her because she satisfies me. Quesadilla satisfies me.
On the Friday edition of Talking Ish, bro, we get into relationships. We ain't.
Okay. Well, I have nothing but bad advice. I have everything.
Bro, you in the same boat as me, bro. You in the same exact boat as me. We single. The question was, what do these fellas have in store to do for their significant other for Christmas? That's it.
Oh, okay. Well, I ain't got one, so happy Kwanzaa, everybody. I'm buying it for my fucking daughters, and that's it. So, I mean, I don't have nothing to add to that. I'm sorry.
No, it's okay.
It's all right.
It's all right. It's my face and then 3 ceiling fans. Can somebody show their goddamn face?
We all in the same place.
Keith, what the hell was that?
I minimized the screen because I'm trying to text my wife to tell her fix me a plate.
No. Hey now.
Hey, we are. You said you don't see nothing but ceiling fans. We in the same room. Skip, hand me that lighter.
Hey, shut the hell up, bro. Shut the hell up, bro.
Damn, man. That's what's all right, man. So y'all take y'all boys ready for y'all boys and did all y'all Christmas shopping?
No.
Hell no.
No.
Nigga, affirm, let me get away with murder. I'm gonna leave the state after this.
What?
Boy, when I tell you I didn't know I could do this, no, I'm gonna get it right. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna fulfill my dues, but I try to make the Christmas a little. This is one of these pivotal Christmas for me because, you know what I'm saying, mine a little older than what I'm used to. I'm used to buying Barbie dolls and all this other shit.
Yeah, man. And
they want other stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like, girl told me she wanted clothes. I said, clothes? What you need those for? But not you know what I'm saying? They turned 11 or whatever. So, you know what I'm saying? They becoming young women. So they trying to get right. So I'm happy, but I'm sad at the same time. I said, can I at least get your Barbie doll? Please.
Get him some fragrances, bro.
But I'm kind of glad too, because I'm so sick of fucking Barbie. If I could vent for me, I'm so sick of this little bald head white woman. It's like how many this bitch got a house. This bitch Barbie is living a life that I would never. She got a house. She got an airplane. She got a boat. She's a doctor. And she, you know what I'm saying? And she don't never wear no fucking clothes. And I'm so sick of fucking Barbie. But, you know what I'm saying? We phasing her on out. But it is what it is. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I looked at London's Christmas list. She still wants another Barbie doll, bro.
Want another Barbie doll. Hey, listen. That's good. That's real good. That's real good, man. That's good. Do you need a slightly used rocket ship for Barbie?
Yep.
You should come because all that shit. Man. Yeah, man.
Because honestly, I don't want her to be addicted to video games like Roman is. Like, and don't get me wrong on my son, but Roman, like, that's all he want to do.
I mean,
and it's like, huh?
That's normal too.
I mean, it's a challenge just to get him to go outside. I'm like, you know, the air is fresher out there. You know,
that's the times we living in, man. The boy is blessed to live to be born in a time when the technology is at the height it is. And we had the shit he had, we be doing the same thing. You know what I'm saying? It's easy for the say, nigga, we was outside and we did this. I'm like, yeah, nigga.
I mean, come on now. At the same time, we did have now what we didn't have that they have now is you know, the ability to communicate with others, with each other while playing the game.
Mm-hmm.
See, me and Sean just used to sit on the phone for 3 hours playing WrestleMania. I got the game, he got the game, and we're like, you doing this, you doing that, you doing that. That's what we do. But then we go outside and play some goddamn football and basketball.
And then don't forget when you finally meet, and then you got to wait the whole 2 hours for you to rate your wrestler like you did at home, so you can compete against his wrestler. You know what I'm saying?
Yep. Oh no. See what we did. He would come to my house and create his wrestler on my game. I would come to go to his house and create my wrestler on his game, and we would create them the exact same way.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, we was little nerds doing that shit.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
But then we would go outside and play some football and some motherfucking basketball.
Oh yeah, we did that too. You know what I'm saying? We did that too. But that video game shit, boy. I say that to say that, you know what I'm saying, Roman is he's right on schedule. He's good, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, he gonna get the game, he won't. He upstairs right now playing Roblox with playing online with one of his friends. I heard him cussing upstairs. He act like I ain't hear him.
What?
Mm-hmm.
What do you say? I'm curious.
This is right before we started. He yelled, "Don't you damn it!" I was like, I looked upstairs. I was like, did he just say what?
Hey, shit, my daughters play Roblox heavy, man. You give me his gamer tag, man, they can play.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
But I went upstairs before the game. I mean, before I started the podcast, I said, look, I'm gonna just need you to shut the door. And because you know I'm about to do a live stream. I said, and if you want to scream, damn it, At least do it to where I can't hear you.
It's crazy.
He said, okay.
It's crazy what you catch your you catch your kid. Like I had a coworker. She came to work kind of upset because she caught her son in there on the game late night. He was like, yeah, because I like girls with saggy titties. He said, what do I do? I said, I don't know. That boy jumped 2 and 3 levels. I can't say him nothing because I like him too. That shit was funny.
I don't think I like saggy titties.
I mean,
but I won't turn them down though.
Yeah, well,
I'm
okay.
real. I'm just being real.
Trying to get graphic, but something about that.
I ain't being graphic.
When that undercarriage get warm, boy, I'm just fucking with you. I'm just fucking with you. You're not on Facebook, are you?
Yes.
Oh man.
Facebook and YouTube.
Turn y'all scriptures to.
Pretty soon it'll be on IG too.
Oh man.
Sometimes saggy titties. You know, we got the saggy titties where the lines, come from near the shoulder. When the lines kind of come from like the shoulder, almost look like they wearing a titty backpack or something like that. And don't they kind of? I used to call them deflated water balloons. Like when the water balloon pop and it just kind of droops and it got them little lines in it. That's the saggy line. No, I'm just saying.
I got
you.
I got you. I was really hoping y'all was talking about Draymond on this motherfucker.
We were talking about
Draymond. Please. How you feel about Draymond?
Oh, okay. Oh, Keys, are you getting uncomfortable, sir?
No, I want to hear what you got to say about Draymond.
Oh no, I wasn't finished talking about titties. I was.
Oh man,
I was still talking about saggy titties.
That man.
But okay, no, but you know what?
That man is a serial light-skinned abuser.
That's what I say. You know what? That's cool. Let's segue to Draymond. All right. Yeah. How do you feel about Draymond, Big C?
Draymond is a serial light-skinned abuser. He's a serial light-skinned batterer. Every person this man has assaulted has been biscuit beige all the way back. I think it's prejudiced. I think it's select. I think it's calculated, and I won't stand for it no more.
He said Draymond Green is a racist
because everybody he hit be light skinned, man. Think about it. Who he didn't hit that was dark like him?
Damn, you got me thinking about it.
I'll wait.
I
know what he can do. That shit with Rudy Gobert. He the only reason why he choked Rudy Gobert because he couldn't get to Karl Anthony Towns. That's who he wanted.
Karl Anthony Towns was right behind him.
Yeah, but he couldn't find him at the time. That's who he wanted. You know what I'm saying? That shit is crazy, man. Indefinite. It say definite, but he'll be back before you know it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He's still under protection of the crown. The one meaning that's Curry. That's Curry's homeboy. So they got to act accordingly. Curry got power like that. You know what I'm saying? Like he will be back before playoffs on some type of probationary period or whatever like that. He gonna do the drill. Yeah, he did this and he did that. Kind of the same thing. Kind of like when a dude trying to get back with his girl and he tell her, yeah, I talked to the lady.
Yeah,
that's what he do. You know what I'm saying? He did all this to change. You know what I'm saying? But leopard don't change the spots, and he been doing this for so long. It's hard to do that. But I think he may not necessarily be there next year. They already he may not necessarily be there next year. He already put a damper in their plans with the Jordan Poole thing because that was a plan of succession. Like Jordan Poole and
that was. You're absolutely right.
Like they would have kept Jordan Poole. They could have let go Clay a little bit earlier than they would want to, and maybe even him. But the two couldn't coexist, and rightfully so. You know, some had to change, and when it came down to it, Curry stuck with his homeboy. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is. He just got to stop. something wrong with the dude, man. Like he has been airdropped into the NBA 20 to 25 years too late. He should be in the era when you could unplug your toaster, put in your car, take it to work, take it to the game, and hit a nigga with it. That's the shit he like. You know what I'm saying? They really won't, but it was really like MMA basketball. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know.
Hit a nigga with a toaster. Okay.
Yeah. That's what he like. That's how he played, man. That's how he played. I mean,
well, again, I can't defend what he did because I said this to Keith and Tony earlier. I said I have no problem with what he did to Gobert because if you see two people getting into a fight, don't come after my dude. If you want to break the fight up, grab your teammate. That's what Chris Paul did. He grabbed Klay Thompson. Rudy Gobert came trying to grab Klay Thompson. No, get away from my nigga. So I had no problem. I actually had no problem with that. But this one, nah, that was just doing too much, way too much.
Oh, he did assault somebody dark skin. He kicked LeBron in the nuts, didn't it?
He did not kick. See, people got to get that story right. He did not kick LeBron in the nuts.
What did he do, Brandon?
And LeBron really earned what he got. And he really didn't do much of nothing.
No,
I'm being honest. Okay, let's revisit the play. They coming down the court. LeBron knocks Draymond to the ground and steps over him. Now you got all this fucking court around you, but instead you want to step over this dude. And he stood up while LeBron was stepping over him and kind of like swiped his right hand, like almost like to push him off. And LeBron, doing what LeBron do, being dramatic, turned around and started.
Go ahead.
No, it was you talking about Steven Adams. He kicked in the nuts. Now he kicked that nigga in the nuts.
Okay, all right. I know he kicked somebody. Again, another beige brother. I mean, he's a fair complexion. You dig what I'm saying?
No, he is. You're right.
Okay, so that proves my point.
I never disagreed with you. I just hadn't thought about it that way.
Yeah. Yep.
So,
but anyway, fellas,
did y'all talk about Baker Mayfield, man?
Huh?
Hey,
Did y'all talk
Keith.
about Baker Mayfield?
Oh no,
Hey,
Keith, Calvin gotta tell you something.
Hey man,
Yeah.
hey, you're a goddamn genius, man. I didn't know. All I had to do was pick my team for my team to win.
Oh, you got that right.
Why I ain't think of that shit, man? But no, man. I'm going for the hat trick now, man.
You picked them again? You picked your own team
them
again?
But if we don't win, I never want to talk to you again.
Damn.
I'm just fucking with you, man.
Hey, but
No.
Your boy balled out last game, though. That was right.
He didn't do that on several occasions, and we just didn't come away with the W. When we was playing the little B2K dude, when we was playing
who the B2K dude?
CJ Stroud. He like the name from B2K. Yeah. He done balled out a couple of times, you know what I'm saying? he got 20 touchdowns and 8 interceptions, you know what I'm saying? He can't beat
He said that nigga looked like Lil Fizz.
Yeah.
Yeah, y'all might sneak into the playoffs.
They might.
Yeah. We'll see. Here's hoping.
They might. I got them winning this week too. I got them winning.
Who they got?
Green Bay. Keith, you pick Green Bay.
Yeah, that go either way though. I'm not mad at Tampa. That go either way.
Matter of fact, the only people to pick Tampa was me, David, and Calvin. That's it.
Yeah.
I'm not mad at either one.
Yeah,
I don't know what's the matter with Green Bay. You beat Kansas City and then you lose to New York. Like, I don't know what to make of them.
Tommy DeVito, man. Tommy DeVito.
The Italian Stallion, baby. That boy was running out that jank, boy.
Man, all that Italian shit, some publicity stunt shit, man. With his agent and his dad.
Huh?
That's some publicity shit, man.
I mean, it's all publicity in one way or another.
Yeah.
You know, he is Italian running. You know what I'm saying? He can be proud of his heritage. It's all right.
Yeah.
There's other heritages out there. We forget that sometimes. He's cool, man. He balled his ass off. He should get his little, you know what I'm saying? Should get his
And
little
really the Giants next game against the Saints is more like a pick'em game because like we dead even on that. Like I picked the Saints, David picked the Saints, Calvin picked the Saints, Tony picked the Saints, Lex and Shantae picked the Saints. But
I thought I picked New York. I picked New York.
You did pick New York. You,
I don't really fuck with the Saints.
you, Sean, Aaron, and Marcus picked New York.
Cause I don't think the Saints that good. I
Yo,
think
they have disappointed me this season for real.
I thought Derek Carr was a good quarterback.
Yo, I did too. I did too. I did too.
Was. He had promise at one time until they just messed. Like he was. I mean, he was, but I don't know. It's just one of those things, man. It's like the locker room probably was never really behind them because they had. I don't know. They wanted, you know what I'm saying. And
go ahead, Calvin. I'm sorry.
And he don't seem like the most personable person. You know what I'm saying?
I heard he's very religious. I heard he's a very religious person.
He reminded me of the dude from Yellowstone. Hold on. Yo. Hello?
The highlight of a Saints game is watching Derek Carr throw it to Alvin Kamara 12 times a game for 60 yards.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I thought Derek Carr was gonna be
did too, bro.
Pro Bowl, but
yeah. I did too.
It's crazy because Baker Mayfield is doing what I thought David Carr was gonna do.
Yep.
And David Carr doing what I thought Baker Mayfield was gonna do.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
Well, I didn't think that because I thought Baker Mayfield would play good, especially if he was healthy. But I did think Derek Carr was going to be playing at the same level.
So who do y'all think, or anything that has to do with NFL this year, what do y'all think is the biggest disappointment?
I just told you.
Is that your biggest disappointment, Derek Carr?
The Saints team in general. Well, I can't say that about the defense.
The biggest disappointment. Let me think about that. Go ahead, Brandon.
When I think about it,
probably,
yeah, I would really have to say, the Saints. Yeah, to me.
You talking about, when you say disappointed, you mean like for the expectations and what they are right now? Probably the Jets.
Yeah, the Jets.
That
was a lot of all-season hype because of Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah, as soon as Aaron Rodgers got hurt, I didn't expect shit from him.
I mean, but you talking about your expectations going into the season, though. You know what I'm saying? That was quickly like that was gone away in one play. But going into the season, you thought they would fight for that division. You know what I'm saying?
I didn't even have to make it in the playoffs. I didn't have to make it in the playoffs. I had Miami winning the division, Buffalo coming in second. I didn't have the Jets making the playoffs. But I had the Saints winning the NFC South, and they still very well might. But I had them winning the division going away. So, yeah, for me, it is the Saints thus far.
Me personally, it's the Giants.
Okay.
Because they won we can't forget they did win the playoff game last year.
They did.
And I thought they had a really good offseason. We're picking up. I mean, Darren Waller, we know what Darren Waller is when healthy. And I thought they just made really good moves. I thought there would be a better
question
team.
Mark, though, bro. You said when Darren Waller is healthy. When is Darren Waller ever fucking healthy?
I mean, I'm just saying, just picking up on how they were last year. I thought they were
I get it.
A little better. So that's
I get it. I get it.
Derek Carr is up there.
Yeah. I mean, you know what?
Devontae Adams made the wrong decision.
Who?
Damn, Devontae.
Oh, yeah, he did. But no, I would say the Saints and the Bears, even though the Bears over the last month have been playing much better football. But yeah, because I had the Bears as my sleeper in the NFC.
Did they hire a new coach? before the season, or it's still the same?
Same dude.
That?
Eberflus, same dude.
Yeah, he might got to go.
But you know what they saying now is because the Bears are making a late season run. Remember, they only one game out of a wild card spot now.
Oh shit! You know what
They may
really
keep him.
You know what was really disappointing? Well, I'm not disappointed. I'm kind of happy. But you know what? Like the biggest letdown, probably the Panthers.
The Packers?
You didn't think they was gonna?
Oh, the Patriots. You said the Patriots?
I said the Panthers.
Oh, wait. What you think they were gonna do?
Better than one. And I said it because I don't want them to come see us the last game.
And I was gonna also say Deshaun Watson.
Yeah.
But again, we were talking about coach of the year. But again, Keith, that's why I said you got to throw Stefanski's name in the hat because he's won games with 4 different quarterbacks.
That defense is elite.
Elite at home. That's what I've learned about Cleveland's defense. Their defense is elite at home. They give up 10, 12 points a game at home, not counting the last game against Jacksonville where they gave up 27. But then they give up 30 points on the road. They're elite at home. That's all yeah.
All right. Okay. Hey, Brent, I'll be right back, all right?
No. Hey, look, because I promised my boy I would fry him some of my Yardbird, Calvin. And I got that Yardbird ready for me to fry. So I'm going to get out here, do my daddy duty, fry him some Yardbird. We're going to sit back, chill, and watch Candy Cane Lane. And because it's just the father-son night tonight. London is with her mother. And for you guys out there in Facebook and YouTube world, we will be back for the post-game show at 7:45 Sunday evening. 7:45 Sports Plus Life Week 15 recap. Thank you, Keith. Thank you for rocking with me the entire time. Shout out to Tony and Calvin. Keith, if you can be there on Sunday, I'll send you the link.
Yeah, I'll be here.
Yeah, I know you be doing the family thing, no question.
Yeah, for sure.
But from now, for the rest of the weekend, I'm going to shut the fuck up and try to get my throat better. But all right, fam. See y'all later.
All right, go on.
All right.